Hello friends, welcome back. I had made a previous video regarding the Crossbeats Orbit smartwatch that I had purchased especially during the COVID-19 period when I was getting a lot of calls and notifications on WhatsApp, and I wanted a smartwatch where I can easily glance over the notification. I read a lot of glaring, very nice reviews on YouTube from most YouTubers, and I really purchased this with high hopes. My previous smartwatch was the Galaxy Smartwatch second version, which I have made few videos regarding that in my channel, which I had lost actually. But now at 4,500 rupees, there was nothing to lose actually while buying the Orbit smartwatch. But if you are buying a Crossbeats Orbit or the upcoming Ignite S2 watch, then I feel you should know the slight cons that are present on the smartwatch, because nothing is a perfect device as such. And at 4,500 rupees, let me point out in few of the cons of this smartwatch. So number one, the font selection in notification panel is very bad. The fonts appear like an old dot matrix printer font, and it is sometimes very difficult to read those fonts when the material is slightly more in the message. Next up, there is no battery percentage that is displayed on the smartwatch anywhere, even in the smartwatch faces or in the quick panel drawer. So sometimes it is difficult to assess how much battery is remaining from the visual indicator that is provided. Company claims that the battery backup is around 10 days, but on my regular usage, if you keep the vibrator on, then the maximum battery backup that I got is around 2 days to maximum 2.5 days. And if you use the calling feature a lot, then the battery will drain out in 1.5 days to maximum 2 days. Now coming to the third cons, that is the calling feature. In calling feature, in 4,500 rupees, no one expects a smartwatch to have both a speaker and mic functionality, but this smartwatch provides you both mic and a speaker. The speaker is terrible in quality, and you cannot hear much in open and traffic areas. On top of that, when you use the calling feature, actually all of the notification sounds and every sound coming from the phone is diverted to your smartwatch. So if you're watching a movie, if you're watching YouTube, all the sounds are diverted to the smartwatch, which is really irritating. So I stopped using that feature after a single day. Recently, there have been quite a few firmware updates that have been pushed to this smartwatch, but I'm yet to re-enable the calling feature and see whether that functionality has been improved. Then the next cons for me will be the no ambient sensor in this smartwatch. So both the brightness adjustment is manual, and even if you want to switch off the screen, there is a gesture in Apple and Samsung smartwatches where you cover the front of the screen of the smartwatch and the screen goes off. That feature is missing on this, which I used to use a lot on the Samsung smartwatch. To preserve battery, Orbit smartwatch has done something which is unexpected. They have set the maximum screen on time to only 8 seconds. Many times I wanted to shoot something or I wanted to see a feature, but the screen used to go off after 8 seconds. You cannot keep the LCD screen on beyond 8 seconds. So that was always kind of irritating to me. Now coming to build quality, they have made a lot of hype regarding the use of steel or metal in this smartwatch. But overall, the back casing and the front glass completely looks very cheap quality. There is no oleophobic coating on the front glass element, so the fingers do not glide freely on the glass, which results in a jarry movement. And since this smartwatch doesn't have a powerful processor, there is absolutely zero animations on this watch. So combined with the poor glass quality and the absence of any kind of animations, the gestures of swiping up and down or left and right feels very jarring. But again, at 4,500 rupees, I do not expect much more than the smartwatch. Now again, if you bought this smartwatch for as an activity tracker or to track your sports related activities, then I have to say that it is very easy to fool this smartwatch. I use a step counter regularly, but on this watch, if you just have your hands moving, this watch counts those as steps, and hence gives a abnormally high number of steps counted per day. So in that respect, this software is not well optimized, so be careful regarding that. Now coming to another major cons for me is the smartwatch face selection. There are only 5 watch faces that can be stored in this smartwatch at any given point of time. Rest of the smartwatch faces are on the phone application inside the phone. The syncing of a simple smartwatch face takes a lot of time and it is really irritating. The custom dial options present on the smartwatch in the application are very poor and minimal in nature. Even if you want to make a custom dial or custom watch face, you cannot put a date and time counter on the watch face. You can only enable 4 or 5 things that are already preset. And out of the 4 or 5 watch faces that are present on the phone, few of them are in Chinese, and I do not know why in each of the watch face you have to mention that this is a smartwatch, and even in few watch faces the smartwatch spelling is wrong in English. And literally this gives a very cheap outlook to this smartwatch. This is completely a rebranded Chinese product which they are selling here at a slightly lower price compared to the Chinese counterparts. So if you are in the market to buy a smartwatch or a Orbit smartwatch and you're looking at this model, then just take a look at the cons that I have listed in this video. If you have a slightly higher budget, you can afford the Galaxy smartwatch, which is available in the range of around 12,000 rupees. Go for that, which is much better than this watch. But again, if you have a minimal budget of 4,500 or 4,900 rupees, nothing beats this smartwatch right now. And comparing it to the Ignite S2, that is upcoming watch from Crossbeads, I feel the watch will be exactly same with slightly squarish design compared to the circular design of this watch. And the cons section will be similar to this watch. So overall, I feel this video will be useful for any new buyer who is planning to buy a Crossbeads smartwatch. And if you found the video useful, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.